Hello, 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 and welcome to my channel. I am certified life coach Talia Sage, combining my gifts of intuition along with the science of life coaching to bring you tarot messages in order to help you live your best life possible. Today's video message will be, what are you meant to learn in this lifetime? And you know what? I actually meant to say, what are you meant to achieve in this lifetime? So I'm assuming some of the messages that come out will be more of messages of things that you're meant to learn and maybe grow past. I don't know, expand your horizon, so to speak. So I guess we'll just see what the cards have to say. But before we get into it, please give this video a big old thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It lets YouTube know that you like what you see and that you want to see more of it. And it helps me to accomplish my goal, which is to reach as many people as possible in order to help as many people as possible live their best lives. So, okay, let's get into the messages. As you can see, we're going to have 5 pile options today. Pile 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pile 1 has this citrine crystal. Group 2 will be this amethyst crystal. Group 3 is moldavite. Group 4 is hiddenite. And group 5 is moonstone. As always, use your intuition to discern which group or multiple groups is calling out to you and has a message for you. If you're drawn to more than one card, that's okay. Just know that that means that there are messages for you across multiple different piles. This is a general reading. There will be many of you choosing the same piles. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. If you would like a personal reading or even some personalized coaching, feel free to reach out to me. My email is listed in the description box below. For readings, you would receive a private YouTube video of your messages, and for coaching, we would work together to set up a personalized plan to help you to overcome some challenges and achieve the goals that you would like to achieve. So keep that in mind. But take a moment, use your discernment to decide which card is calling out to you. Timestamps will be listed in the description box below. Feel free to click on your timestamp and then be fast forwarded to your messages, and I will see you there. Hello, Group 1. If you chose the citrine card, these will be your messages of what you're meant to learn or what you're meant to accomplish within this lifetime. I will say it again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. But let's see what your card has to say. It says, who needs it? Anyone with a big idea or a big dream, probably you. When to use it, when it's time to really get on your grind and start creating the tomorrow of your dreams today. Manifest your masterpiece. Where to put it? Wherever you set intentions. Placing some citrine in your pocket each morning makes an energetic statement like, greatness is out there and I am coming for it. So, Group 1, you're meant to accomplish some big things in your life. You might have some big dreams, and they may not even seem all that big to you. You know, it could be that you're just like, I just want to find a decent job that I am happy enough at, that pays the bills, that allows me to have time to still have fun, to make a family, and just live peacefully. Or you could want to like be a big star, have your name out there in the lights. Whatever it is for you, they are big dreams, and you're meant to accomplish them over this lifetime. I've already pulled your oracle cards, so we're going to see what they have to say, and then we'll finish off with some closing messages from Spirit with the tarot. But you might really be interested in getting some citrine, maybe some citrine jewelry, or just a citrine crystal, like the card said, and carry it around in your pocket, because it will definitely help you over your lifetime of just helping you to create that masterpiece, manifest that masterpiece of the life that you dream of for yourself. All right, your next card is rejection, desire, escapist, come home to yourself, and baby steps, action, follow your intention before it makes sense. Group 1, pretty fitting that we had the desire card pop up for you, and we're talking about manifesting your masterpiece, right? So we have Cancer energy on the board here with this desire card. You may have Cancer in your chart. You don't necessarily have to, though. For me, this Cancer energy is about you getting in tune with your emotions, and how do I want to, it's like these babies, or no, which card was it? Yes, the baby steps, follow your intuition before it makes sense. That's what those emotions are trying to do. It's like you have feelings about some things in your life, strong feelings about certain things. And in this lifetime, you're meant to work through the rejections, the opinions of others, and accept yourself and the dreams that you have for yourself, no matter what other people around you have to say, no matter what past experiences maybe have even made you believe. Like these ghosts, these people around this person here, it's really making me think of A Christmas Carol. You might like that book or the movies. There's been several movies made. It's one of my favorite stories ever. But they had the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas future. And I feel like there's a message in there that whatever maybe happened in the past that could have thrown you off course or thrown you off track or made you begin to doubt that you could actually have the dreams that you hold on your heart. You're meant to really overcome that, to leave the past in the past and allow the desires, the dreams that you have on your heart to really take shape. You maybe have learned some escapist type of tendencies over this lifetime. You could have come from some tumultuous, traumatic situations in your life. You may be interested in watching my Bloom Where You Are Planted series, because there might be some enlightening information there that will help you maybe deal with some hindrances, some challenges, some blockages that you may have, that you may be aware of and may not be aware of. But it's like at some point along your journey, you've probably learned to escape reality by living in a fantasy world. Because that was the only way that you could make sense of the world around you. It was the only way that you could stay hopeful, just to stay hopeful about the future and to make it through whatever traumatic experience that you were dealing with. And if this is something that happened in childhood, it has stayed with you into adulthood, where now it's like you have these big dreams, you have these big goals, these things that you would like to accomplish, but it's almost like you don't even know where to start. So you keep living in a fantasy world. You may still be in shock about things that happened in your past and not fully dealt with them. That's why I was feeling that there are some blockages. You're meant to overcome whatever experiences that you've had in your past that have caused these blockages in your life, that have maybe stunted you in some way. Stunted you maybe when it comes to social development, when it comes to maybe even within work and career, just really being able to move yourself ahead. You might be someone who feels like you don't have many friends, like you're just always kind of living in your own head, in your own mind. And that's great. That's actually one of the gifts that you came into this world with. It's actually the gift that any past traumas or experiences have bestowed upon you. But now, over this lifetime, as an adult, you're meant to really learn how to take those thoughts, take those ideas, take those dreams, and turn them into reality by taking those baby steps to do so. Getting out of your head, putting things like actually into tangible form within this lifetime. You're meant to achieve your desires. You're meant to acquire all those things that you want to experience. I don't know. I'm feeling a lot of like heart-based things. So this could be loving, committed relationships, friendships, a strong sense of family, just feeling very fulfilled and just happy, in love with life, in love with yourself even. In this lifetime, all those dreams, goals, ambitions that you have, you're meant to, like I said, bring it into reality by taking those baby steps, putting a plan, making those action steps, putting a plan into motion. And if you clicked on this pile, I feel like there is something that you're really wanting to accomplish right now, something that you're really wanting to do. And like I said, it's like you just don't know what those next steps are. You don't know how to get it out of your head and into the reality. I keep wanting to say out of your head and into your heart. I don't know. I don't know why that wants to come out. Okay. Into your heart, because on some level, I feel like you don't believe that it could happen. You don't believe that you're even worthy of it. You may be dealing with some self-esteem, self-worth type issues because of past situations, and that is what's blocking you from actually manifesting your dreams into reality. But over this lifetime, you're meant to learn how to reject the negative thoughts that swirl around in your head, the ways you tell yourself in which you'll never accomplish this, the ways that you tell yourself, maybe even worrying about other people judging you and what they think of what you want to do, telling yourself that you're not worthy, just speaking very poorly to yourself. You're meant to overcome all of those things in this lifetime and have the things that you desire. Threes for me are all about self-care. I feel like you're meant to learn to love and take care of yourself the ways in which maybe as a child you were not loved and cared for. But you're also, with these threes, you're meant to learn how to co-create with the universe, work with the laws of the universe, the laws of attraction. Just work with the energies around you to create the life that you want for yourself. Let's look at this card 3. It says, overcoming challenges is indicated, and a new material gain and recovery are also shown. Lettuce helps us get better physically and emotionally. Wasn't I just talking about taking care of yourself? It asks that you watch the way you are caring for yourself and to be careful about what it is you are focused on. Are your desires really serving your truth? I feel like you're also meant to learn what to reject and what to hold close to your heart still, what to go after. You may have learned some maladaptive coping mechanisms over your lifespan thus far, and they're not serving you. They're not serving the dreams that you have. They're actually hindering you. So if you've been feeling like you've been held back in some way, like you're behind, like you haven't accomplished as much as you want to accomplish, it's because you're supposed to learn in this lifetime to reject the things that are not serving your highest good. And that is also a form of self-care and taking care of yourself physically and emotionally. Rejecting those bad habits that are keeping you from, I don't know, having the amount of money in the bank that you want to have. Rejecting those bad habits of getting into relationships with the wrong people. It's going to be different for all of you, so apply it to your situation as it fits. You might even need to reject some habits of eating poorly if you don't eat enough salads, take in enough lettuce. It's going to be different for all of you, but the key is to take baby steps, one step at a time. You have to crawl before you walk before you can run. And you're meant to accomplish that over this lifetime. So if you are in a place now where you are doubting that you will ever change, that you will ever grow past the situation that you're currently in, I hope this can bring you some hope in knowing that yes, you will, because it is something that you are meant to do over this lifetime. There is always free will at play though, but if you just have to get to a place where your will to change becomes greater than your will to stay the same. And once you get to that place, then those action steps will just start to appear before you on what to do next, how to get out of your situation, how to grow past the situation or release some sort of blockage from the past, pains from the past that have had a hold on you. Okay, group 1. Your first card out is the 5 of Swords. I feel like part of what you're also meant to learn is how to put up some boundaries in your life over this lifetime. 5 of Swords can sometimes have to do with arguments and being very blunt, saying things to people, and maybe having some people walk away from you. Maybe you're meant to be able to learn how to use your words to cut some people off. Maybe there are some people in your life who are not serving your highest good, who aren't supportive of you, who don't support your dreams and desires. They're not meant to walk on this journey with you. This could also have to do with, once again, speaking to yourself in a nicer manner. I feel like if you are someone who does speak poorly to yourself, it's not your voice. These are the voices, the whispers of ghosts from your past. These are the projections, the judgments that other people from your past have placed on you. And within this lifetime, you're meant to overcome it, to work past it. Because that is not an energy that I feel that you desire within your life. Next out, you have the moon. This is that follow your intuition before it makes sense. There are things that you want for yourself, and you might not even fully understand why you want them. Because once again, on some level, you're like, there's no way that this could ever happen for me. Or it would take a miracle for this to happen for me. And that's okay, because you're meant to experience that miracle within this lifetime. Spirit, like, I feel like that's the main takeaway that Spirit is really trying to get you to see from this video, is to just follow that calling before it even makes sense. Trying to see if they want to send me any scenarios. Okay. This isn't going to relate to all of you, but let's say you have a calling that you want to experience another culture. You want to move to a different state or out of the country or something like that. And it really doesn't fully make sense to you, because you're like, why would I want to put myself in an environment where I know no one, where I don't know the language or whatever it is? You're meant to explore that desire, explore that calling within yourself. Because even if that's not the exact thing that will happen in your life, let's say you're not actually going to move to Asia, but maybe the action steps along the way will lead you to something that you really desire. Let's say, like, you taking the time maybe to sign up for a Mandarin course or something is actually going to lead you to meeting the person that you have your happily ever after with. It's going to lead you to meeting that bestie, right? Whatever it is, it's like there are things in your mind, on your heart, that pop up, and they just keep pulling at you, keep calling you. Just start taking those action steps and following it, even though it does not make sense. Because along your journey, along your path, you're going to figure out why things had to happen the way that they happen. Once again, like going and taking that Mandarin course and then being led to meeting your happily ever after soulmate person. Who knows? It's going to be different for all of you. Okay. Are there any other tarot cards that want to come out? Hermit is your next card out. This is you coming home to yourself, following that inner light, that inner guidance. This is you no longer escaping. And maybe actually you are meant to escape a little bit from the people, situations, things that are not serving you in your life, just so you can come back home to yourself and fully realize your desires and the things that you want to experience in life. You have this inner calling, this inner light that is really trying to light the path ahead for you, to illuminate that path ahead, just like the moon here. But because of this other BS around you, whether that's people, whether that's reliving past painful situations, it has been holding you back from experiencing the life that you want to experience, from living your best life possible. In this lifetime, you're meant to learn. You're meant to learn to separate yourself from the things, people, situations that are not serving your highest good, and to take the knowledge, the wisdom that you've gained from those situations and make it work for you, not against you, so that you are able to manifest the life of your dreams. Making it work for you also is also taking those baby steps, right? If you were in a relationship before where there were red flags that you ignored, now you're meant to take that forward with you and create a plan so you don't put yourself back into that situation, because those situations are not going to lead you to the things you desire. Those situations are not what you desire. So as you gain that wisdom, gain that knowledge, and bring them with you on your path forward, then you can slowly begin to, how do I want to say it? Awaken yourself, illuminate the path ahead that will lead you to the things that you actually seek. You're meant to experience all the dreams that you have on your heart. You're meant to be successful in that. You just have to learn first how to reject the things that are no longer serving you, that do not serve your highest good, in order to get there. Take baby steps, go easy on yourself, and follow that inner calling that you have. So, group 1, I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please leave me a little turtle emoji down in the comment section. If you would like a reading or a private coaching session, feel free to reach out to me. My email is in the description box below. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye. Hello, group 2. If you chose this amethyst card, these will be your messages of what you are meant to learn/achieve in this lifetime. So right away, just with amethyst, for me, it has to do with the crown chakra. It has to do with those psychic abilities. I feel like you're meant to tap into those intuitive abilities over this lifetime. Maybe work with those intuitive abilities. Maybe even use them to help lead others in some way. But let's see what the card has to say. All right, it says, who needs it? Train wrecks to go off the rails on the wet and wild ride to Bacalania, any Pisces. When to use it? When it's time to give up the victim routine and start living the purpose. Start living with purpose. Hold on tight with amethyst. Get drunk on your highest self. Okay. Group 2. You're meant to overcome some challenges of the past, some challenging experience. Doesn't necessarily have to be of the past, but situations that have put you into sort of a victim mindset. These could be things all the way back through childhood or anything happening in your adult life. You're meant to overcome challenges. You're meant to learn to not let things get you down and I don't want to say get you down, because, you know, you have to feel your feels, but to not allow them to get you down for too long, that it makes you stuck, that it keeps you from living a fulfilling life. You're meant to not let it derail your train. All right, let's see what the rest of your cards have to say. You have soulmate with the root chakra. Regeneration with Aries energy. You have nostalgia, focus on the here and now. It wanted to show itself in reverse. I'm gonna leave it upright so I can read it. And then you have called, soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Wasn't I talking about using your intuitive gifts to maybe help lead others? Very interesting. You might be a creative. You might have things that you would like to, once again, create in your life. It could be owning a business. Ooh, my crown chakra is just lit up for you right now. It could be certain knowledge that you just want to pass on to other people. Maybe help other people heal from painful experiences that you've endured, that you know a lot of other people have endured and will endure. You might just really have this calling, like there's something you're meant to do, something you're meant to share. Okay. Group 2. There have been past experiences, and maybe even experiences that might come up in your future that are really going to shake you. They're really going to rock your world, or have rocked your world. And in this lifetime, you're meant to learn how to overcome them and use them to your advantage. Now my heart chakra is lighting up for you too. It feels melancholy. Like there's many things that you could really just cry about. You have cried about. Situations in your life, relationships, experiences within your life that it's like you can't wrap your head around still. Like you maybe relive them in your mind, trying to figure out, well, why? What went wrong? What could I have done differently? What was wrong with me? Why did this person treat me this way? Whatever it is, I'm feeling there could be like some wounds around the female figures in your life, a mother perhaps, or just parents in general, maybe just feeling unloved, unwanted, feeling rejected. You may have been drawn to group 1 as well. Whatever these situations are, they have made you doubt yourself. Doubt. I feel like they really put you into this place, or will put you into a place of disempowerment, of just feeling so powerless, so helpless. Like you can't move past it without dealing with this first. And there are just some situations in life where you're not meant to have the answers. You will never get that closure. You'll never get any sort of validation. And that has to be okay. That's one of the biggest lessons that you are meant to learn in this lifetime, is that it's okay to not have all the answers. Hurt people hurt people. And I know it's such a cliche thing to say, and you've probably heard it many times, and you maybe try to tell yourself these things whenever these memories, thoughts, feelings from past situations come up. And it's like, you can say it all you want, but until you feel it, you won't be able to fully heal it. And that's one of the lessons you're meant to learn over this lifetime, is to allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you need to feel in order to heal it and move on from it. In order to heal it and release it. I feel like one of your biggest lessons over this lifetime is learning forgiveness. Forgiveness of others, and forgiveness towards yourself. You might consider yourself an empath. You might consider yourself an intuitive. You might feel like you are very sensitive. You may have been told that you are too sensitive. And you're not. That is the beautiful gift that you came into this world with. That is why you have these intuitive abilities, whether or not you realize it, whether or not they have grown just yet. Look, he has his third eye wide open here. You see things differently than so many people around you, and that is what makes you so beautiful, and that is your gift. You not only see things from this 3D world, but you see them from the spiritual world as well. And until you fully learn to release things of the past, to forgive people, to forgive yourself, you won't be able to fully marry those two worlds and go after this calling. So that is one of the things that you're meant to learn over this lifetime, is how to marry those two parts of yourself. Because it is a gift, and I know it can seem like a curse at times. Believe me, I know. Because other people just don't see things as you see it. You might even feel dumb at times. You may have been called dumb at times because of your unique perspective that you have on the world and people and situations. But you're not. You are spiritually, intuitively, so incredibly smart. And I feel like that's a message that the universe really wants you to know, because these past situations, they put you into this victim mindset of like just really doubting yourself, just feeling very disempowered, questioning yourself. Maybe you feel crazy at times, like, how am I the only one seeing this shit, right? And that's not, it's not anything negative towards you, and it's not anything negative towards them either, because we all have our own journeys, we all have our own paths. Not everyone is meant to lead others, and you are meant to lead others. It's a solo journey. She's walking alone through this door. Once again, if you're drawn to group 1, you should watch it. I didn't say this message in group 1, but I feel like if you want to go back and watch it, this is a message you need to hear. The Hermit card came out in that group. That is you. You might have felt very alone in this life, like it is a solo journey. And it is. It is lonely at the top. For all of you who have felt alone, lonely within this world, felt misunderstood, disempowered, because you see the world differently, that is because you are meant to be at the top. You are at the top when it comes to spiritual connection, when it comes to being connected to the divine. And you have to walk that solo path in order to step into your full calling, to step into your full power. So, Enough about group one. It's not all of you will be drawn to watch group one. These past situations in your life, I feel, have taught you to not trust yourself. They have put you into this victim mode of thinking that you have no power, that you cannot control the outcome, that things just happen to you. You keep running into the wrong sort of people, the wrong jobs, whatever it is. But in this lifetime, you're meant to call back your power. Yes, things happened, but they had to happen in order for you to fully take the reins of your own life, to fully get into this energy of getting drunk on yourself, falling in love with yourself, being so infatuated with yourself that you have the confidence to step up and take the next challenge, that you have the confidence to be authentic to yourself, to live life the way that you want to live life. You know, when the hippie movement came, right? And it was all about peace and love and, you know, tree huggers and all of that. People thought they were freaking nuts. But there's still validity to what they were doing. Not saying that every single thing that they did was the right thing to do, but there was still validity to wanting to spread love and peace and to appreciate and love and protect the earth. You may resonate with being some sort of hippie energy, being crunchy, so to speak. That's okay. The people around you might not understand it, and that's okay. They're not meant to. I feel like you're meant to go out and find those people. Yes, soulmate. You're meant to step into your authenticity, owning who you are, accepting who you are, loving who you are. And then taking that out and helping yourself to find the people that you are meant to connect with. You're meant to find soulmates. You're meant to find those people who help you feel grounded, who help you feel sane, who help you to not feel so different and alone within the world. But you won't be able to find them until you can see it within yourself, until you know exactly and accept exactly what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you need from people, places, situations, things around you. What is that? Stand for nothing, fall for anything. You may have been a bit of a people pleaser, or you may be a bit of a people pleaser where you hold your tongue, you don't speak your truth because you don't want people to judge you, you don't want to rock the boat. You give in and do things that other people want to do, even though those aren't things that you're necessarily interested in. Just because you don't want to be alone, you go along with it. You're meant to regrow yourself. You're meant to, we have Aries energy here, and then the soulmate card, the red, is like you're meant to take that fire, that drive, and regenerate yourself. You're meant to be that phoenix rising from the ashes of the rubble. The rubble being the fake life, the fake relationships, whatever it is that have crumbled down around you. You're meant to crumble them for yourself and rise up from those ashes, stepping into your full power, your full authenticity. We have this, first off, you have 33 there. You might be interested in looking up angel number 33 and master number 33. But this 33 tells me that you are mastering this lesson over this lifetime. You have ascended masters working with you over this lifetime. You might be interested in looking up ascended masters, by the way. We have the 17 reducing to an 8. The 8 is the number of abundance. You're meant to be abundant. Abundant, I feel, in your, first off, your intuitive gifts, your spiritual gifts, but also abundant in just the love that you have for yourself. The trust, the belief that you have in yourself and perhaps even the universe. Like I said, you see things differently than most people. You might be someone who's really drawn to learning about the laws of the universe, working with the laws of the universe. And when you begin to learn those things, you're really going to be able to create some abundance for yourself. And it's going to be different for all of you, what that abundance will look like and the abundance that you want to have for yourself. You're meant to really focus on the here and now. When we get stuck in a victim mentality, a victim mindset, we're not focused on what's happening in this present moment. We're stuck in the past, on the things that happened to us in the past. And this may be a cycle that you find yourself in, where it's like past memories, past things that people said to you keep popping up in your mind. Once again, you have a beautiful mind. You're meant to learn how to control that. That goes back to that 33 number of self-care. Your self-care really has to do with your mind. The things you tell yourself, the things that you keep thinking about. You could, be focused on how a parent did not show up for you in the past. You could be stuck on a relationship where you poured all your heart and soul into it, didn't work out. Romantic or friendship, whatever it was. A job even. And you might just relive that pain over and over. But every time you do that, you're just re-traumatizing yourself. And that is part of the lesson that you're meant to learn in this lifetime, is how to stop re-traumatizing yourself. How to leave the past in the past and focus on this present moment. What you can do in this present moment to create the life that you want. What you can do in this present moment to take care of yourself. What you can do in this present moment that will lead you to the results that you seek in the future. You are the phoenix. Whatever situations that you've been through, you're meant to be that phoenix. You're meant to come into unison with yourself, knowing what you want, knowing who you are, calling back your power. And you're also meant to connect with other people who see you for who you are, not for their clouded view of the world. You're meant to connect to other highly spiritually evolved souls. I feel like you've been through some karmic situations in your life group too. Karmic situations of low vibe people, people who were so hurt themselves that they took it out on you. They projected it onto you because you are a sensitive, beautiful soul. People who are just so clueless that they didn't even see the damage that they were doing to you necessarily. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest for someone else. You've dealt with some karmic situations, but those situations were exactly what you needed to help bring you home to yourself, to help you learn to focus on the present moment and doing what you can today to obtain the results that you seek for tomorrow. And I feel like some of the things that you're seeking for tomorrow is to be a leader in some way, is to help others heal perhaps from the same traumas that you've experienced. You have a calling. Deep down, you know what that is. It's going to be different for all of you. If you want to leave a comment in the comment section, letting us know what your calling is so we can support you, send you some positive vibes, please do that. You're meant to bring about some sort of positive change within this world, whether that's just in the little town that you live in or on a bigger scale. We have the Five of Cups as your first card. Typically, with this Five of Cups, you would see someone standing in a black cloak, looking down at 3 cups that have spilled over when there's still 2 cups standing next to them. That is perfectly fitting with this focus on the here and now. That person is focused on the things that didn't work out. It's focused on the breakups, the heartbreaks, the pain of the past, instead of focusing on what they still have in this present moment. That is what you're meant to learn this lifetime. To let go of the past. Let go of the painful things that happened in the past. Yes, take the lessons from them that you can take, but leave the rest there, because there's so much more to look forward to with these 2 cups. Your next card out is Strength. And then you also have the 6 of Wands. You're meant to learn just how strong you are in overcoming these challenges of the past. You're meant to learn how to love yourself, how to be yourself, not dimming your light for anyone, because it is quite a beautiful light. And this, I don't know if this is a butterfly or a moth, but it's making me think of a moth. Like, your light is so bright and so pure that low vibe energies are attracted to it, like moths to a flame. And they come in to be like vampires. They're vampire energies that come in to suck on your light because they can't do it for themselves. And by you continuing to focus on them, it's like you're giving your power, your energy away to them. And you're meant to learn how to harness your energy for yourself. I'm hearing Roar by Katy Perry. You might really like that song, or you might want to go listen to it. But you're meant to harness it for yourself and roar like this lion. Step into your full power, being the king of your jungle. And the 6 of Wands here is victory. You're meant to succeed. You're meant to be successful. This can also be recognition. So once again, it's time to step up. If you feel a calling to be a leader in some way, you're meant to experience recognition for that path. You're meant to emerge victorious from the pains of your past and in your future. Wow, I love this for you. Bottom of the deck energy is the 2 of Wands. What it comes down to is that you have a choice. You get to decide. Are you going to choose this path of victimhood, living in the past, crying over spilled milk, crying over people who honestly did not deserve you? Or are you going to choose a new path of following your own power, loving yourself, stepping up to the challenge of accepting the call that's been on your heart? Anyone or anything from your past that did not work out, it is because they were not meant to go along with you to answer this call that you have. You have a big mission in this world. And until you release them, you will not be able to step into that mission. So where is it do you want to be? Do you want to carry out your soul mission, being victorious, gaining recognition? Or do you want to stay a victim and trapped in the past? Group 2, answer the call. You have a big mission. You are meant to help inspire others in some way. You're meant to lead others in some way, but it's not going to happen if you keep living in the past, crying over situations or feeling sorry for yourself about situations that did not work out. They suck. I know they suck. I can feel it in the energy here. But that's not where you're meant to stay. Over this lifetime, you're meant to emerge victorious. You're meant to find other like-minded people, people who will love you unconditionally for who you are, not feeling the need to change yourself in any way to be accepted, to be loved. And you're meant to emerge victorious like this phoenix rising from the ashes, because that is who you are. Step into your abundance, step into your power, and answer the call. Group 2, these have been your messages of what are you meant to learn I can't remember the full thing. What are you meant to learn in this lifetime, or meant to achieve in this lifetime? That's what it is. If this resonated with you, please leave a comment down below. You can even leave the Aries symbol just to let me know that you chose this pile. If you would like a private reading or personalized coaching session, feel free to find my email listed in the description box below. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, Group 3. If you chose this moldavite crystal, these will be your messages of what you are meant to learn / achieve within this lifetime. Right away, just because of the green on this crystal, I feel like this really has something to do with your heart space. Maybe learning to tap into your heart space, unblock your heart space, live your truth in some way perhaps. But let's see what the crystals have to say. Who needs it? Spiritual seekers, extraterrestrials trapped in human bodies, ayahuasca's enthusiasts, Aquarians. When to use it? When you feel too grounded or disconnected from spirit. Moldavite is all about operating at a higher frequency. When you are looking for more wow and whoa in your life, on the meditation cushion and beyond. Explode your perceptions with Moldavite. Transform your life on earth. All right, Group 3. You are from out of this world. You are not of this world. You might really resonate with aliens and extraterrestrials and just be maybe interested in astrology and just things that are not here on earth, things that we don't know a lot about. You might be really drawn to spirituality, and that could be why you're watching these videos today. You might feel like you go through phases within your life where you have felt like extremely human. I don't know a better way to say it, but just like extremely human, like you're just really focused on the here and now, what you can see in front of you, and not connected to that spiritual realm. And then you might experience the opposite, where you are totally into that spiritual, out of this box sort of thinking and lacking that human connection, feeling different from the people around you. You're meant to learn how to balance those energies over this lifetime. How to transform your life on earth. I'm seeing the card being human in the world, but not of it. Like, yes, we all come here to experience being human and the good things about being here on earth. But at the same time, some of us come in to marry that human part and the spiritual part. And I feel like that's part of what you're meant to achieve and learn over this lifetime, is how to work with both of those sides. You might have some Aquarius energies in your chart. You might be someone who's really interested in those ayahuasca type ceremonies. But I got some oracle cards already, and then we'll pull some tarot cards at the end for some further messages. But your first card is Despondence with the crown chakra. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna say it before I forget it, but you might be someone who really has this energy of like looking for answers to something, knowing that there's more meaning, more purpose behind this human existence. You might be really drawn to X-Files, because I heard the answers are out there. Like, you have a really cool energy. First off, group 3, I would love to talk to you. Yeah, just like you're seeking the answers. It's really cool. Okay, moving on. Your next card is Garden. Something lovely will grow from this. Card 15. Next, you have Agreement, card 24. And the Seeds of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Okay. First off, I want to look up this Agreement card. Actually, before I look it up though, I want to say that you incarnated on this earth. You're definitely not from this planet. Your soul is from a galaxy far, far away. You might be into all of those type of shows, Star Trek, Star Wars, X-Files, all of it. You may believe in aliens, whatever it is for you. You had an agreement before you incarnated here to seed the light, to bring, I feel like, a higher understanding, more that spiritual connection to this earthly plane. And that's what you're meant to accomplish over your lifespan this time around. You're meant to help people see the light. I don't know what that is. It's going to be different for all of you. I don't know if that is getting people to understand how they need to take care of the earth, because we have so many earthly, everything here in your cards has to do with the earth. We even have the earth right there. I didn't even realize it. That could have to do with being kinder to nature and animals, being kinder to each other. I don't know. You might feel like there's a strong activism, perhaps, just some topic that you feel very strongly about, that you would like other people to do better at, for lack of better words. Like, we just need to do better. So yes, you made that agreement when you came in, but let's open the book up to 24. Working with others will bring a huge boost for you at the moment. And if you're thinking of making an offer in business or even a romantic proposal, it should be met with favorable response. Group work, connection with others, and partnering with like-minded individuals and entities are all areas that Strawberry works with. Inability to share or wanting to win at all costs will be highly detrimental to you. Once again, as I was saying, you're meant to connect with other people. First off, you're meant to find your star family, because those people will have the same ideals that you have. They will be drawn to the same cause that you're drawn to. Whether that is trying to find proof that aliens exist, or spreading the message of taking better care of the world, of nature, whatever it is. You're meant to find them within this lifetime. All of these piles thus far, I'm only on group 3, but they are all connected slightly. So if you're interested in other groups, I suggest you watch them. Okay, let's put the book down. So, despondence here. The reason I received that message of that you keep looking for answers, looking for proof of something, whatever it is because with the despondence card, it speaks about having all the answers that you need within you. Over this lifetime, you're meant to find those answers within yourself. Find, I don't know, say you're looking for the meaning of life and you keep searching, you keep taking classes and maybe meeting with other spiritual people and all this other stuff, maybe studying different religions, whatever it is, you're not going to find it in a book, because whatever the meaning of life will be whatever you decide it means. Same like if you are trying to find proof that aliens exist. You're not going to find that proof in this 3D world. You just have to believe it for yourself. If you say aliens exist, they exist. I mean, first off, you probably are one. If that is something that resonates with you, take what resonates with you, leave the rest for someone else. This is a general reading. But you keep looking for answers outside of yourself, I feel like, within this lifetime, and your main lesson is to learn to find it within yourself and to create something beautiful from that knowledge that you have within you. To own that truth, that's the sort of truth. Own that truth within yourself and carry out that agreement that you made with the heavens, with, I don't know, your star family before you came into this world. Seeing potential. That's the seeds of Mintaka. I feel like you have a calling. You have a job to help other people see the light in some way, to help people make Earth a better place. It's amazing how we have so much Earth here. We have transform your life on Earth. We literally have the Earth card and plants around her. Then she's sitting in a garden. We have the strawberries. We have the sea. You're being called to the heavens, to the cosmos, because that's where you're from. But you're meant to learn how to anchor yourself into this 3D physical world, spreading whatever message that you have to share, living that truth. And I feel like if you've been having a hard time living that truth, it's because you have yet to fully, first off, admit that truth to yourself, whatever it is. But then also to find other people who think like you. But you're not going to find those people until you can fully own whatever that truth is for yourself first. It says, Season Mintaka. How can you see the potential in a situation you're facing? What unconscious patterns are you being called to bring to light? The Seeds of Mintaka card represents this crystalline clarity of potential and possibility. It's about the ability and choice to see the potential in all people and situations. This could be one of your natural traits, or it could be a sign that what you're currently doing has potential. Mintakans are thought to have been a galactic race who saw the light in everything and everyone. Ooh, you might want to look up the Seeds of Mintaka or the Mintakan race, because that may be the star system that you are from. You see potential. This lifetime, you're meant to learn your potential. And I feel like help others see their own potential, but also you might have some big ideals, right? Like, hey, if we all, I don't know, started gardening for ourselves and then shared the extra food that we weren't going to use and, did all these things, create it like a neighborhood CSA, then we could, I don't know, help save the earth in some way. We could not rely so much on these big companies that put pesticides and whatever gunk into our food. Or if we could become more self-sufficient as a people, we wouldn't need to rely on the man or whatever. I don't know what it is for you. Take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Whatever it is that you see potential in, and I feel like it's some area that will help the world, help the planet, help people, help animals in some way, you're meant to bring that to light. You're meant to share that with the world. You might even be looking for answers on this topic, but those answers you're going to have within yourself. You're not going to find them until you, I don't know, maybe sit out in a garden, get quiet with yourself, take more time to yourself to be more authentic to yourself. Like, here's an example. Okay, so not we all, but the majority of us grow up being taught, you go to the grocery store, you get your food, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, right? But for myself, I always had this vision of gardening. I always wanted to have a garden when I got older. And for a long time, I just didn't, or I didn't have the space or the land or whatever. And then finally, I was like, gardening makes me happy. It helps me ground myself. It keeps me fit because it's a lot of work. I'm just gonna do it. And because I think it's better for us to grow our own food as much as possible anyway. So I did that. And then as I was doing that, I got the urge I actually took a gardening class, and then that class inspired me to become a certified square foot garden instructor, because in my heart, like, there's so many people out there who don't have food to eat, and it's simply because they don't have the money to go to a grocery store and buy it for themselves. But if you can teach people how to grow their own food, then they can eat. And so that's sort of what I started doing. And it's actually something that I need to get back into. So maybe this is a message for me from the universe right now to get back into it. I started working with my local county, just volunteering to run their gardens, because they run these gardens and they give the food to people within the cities who don't have money to go buy their own food. I had no idea that that was something that I was going to get into in life. I just had a belief that I should grow my own food and that it was better for myself, my family, and the environment, the earth, for me to do so. And that led me down this path of volunteering and gardening for the city in order to give other people food to eat so they weren't going hungry. I don't know. I hope that story helps you. It's the story that Spirit brought to mind right now. But that's what happened for me. I have dealt with food insecurity. I have dealt with being homeless and just not knowing where my next meal was coming from. And I don't know, it was like this domino effect of, wow, I can help people who've been in this situation, because first off, I know what it's like. And if I had not known what it was like, I probably would not have had as much care about wanting to make a difference for other people. I hope that makes sense to you. Like, maybe there's things that you've experienced in your life or things that you see around you where you're like, it doesn't have to be this way. You see the potential in changing something. You see the potential in realizing people don't have to go hungry. what is that phrase? Give a man to fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Like, that's what I saw when I became a certified square foot garden instructor. I wanted to teach people how to grow their own food so they would never go hungry again. And that might be some sort of message for you. Like, there's something that you've experienced or that you've witnessed that you're like, it doesn't have to be this way. And you might be looking for answers on how to solve it. You might even just ignore it sometimes because you feel like it's too big of an issue to solve. But if you take the time to get quiet and go inward, those answers will come to you. And in doing so, you will be able to honor the agreement that your soul made when you came to this earthly plane. You will be able to bring knowledge to the people. It's going to be different for all of you. I hope this makes sense because this one is just so far out there. So far out there, group 3. I hope it resonates with you. If it doesn't, you might be drawn to clicking on another pile because, like I said, thus far, many of the piles have been connected in slightly different ways. And each of them would connect differently with you in particular for your journey ahead. You are connected to the earth. You might prefer being out in nature more than you prefer, being out in like large group settings or something. This is interesting. 24 here reduces to 6. Oh, and 15 reduces to 6. I just saw that. First off, you have 6 and 6. You might be interested in looking up angel number 66 and master number 66. This lifetime, you are mastering this lesson. You're mastering how to, I feel like, bring enlightenment to yourself and to perhaps people around you even. But also that 66 that's that number of unconditional love, seeing the potential. You have the gift of unconditional love to share, first off, with yourself and with the world around you. That is why you have some sort of, that's why you're meant to transform the life on earth, whether that's just in your town, whether that's just with your family, or even on a bigger scale. I don't know. It's going to be different for all of you. Your first tarot card out is the Daughter of Swords. Once again, that sword popping up. You're meant to live your truth and follow your truth, no matter how out there it sounds, no matter how crazy it seems. You have the answers within yourself. Don't get stuck. You're meant to learn how to not get stuck seeking those answers outside of you, waiting for someone else perhaps to come in and change things for the better. You're meant to take the bull by the horns and do it yourself, or at least get that ball rolling. You're meant to speak your truth, own your truth. You have so much wisdom within you, so much wisdom within you. You might not even realize it, group 3. Your next card out is the Sun. This is that potential coming through. This is, I'm seeing these sun rays coming off, like bringing unconsciousness to light. That is what this is. You're meant, there's some message that you came to this earth to share. That was your agreement. And you're meant to figure out what that is within this lifetime and share it. You might have to dive deep into your emotions in order to do so. Once again, getting quiet with yourself, spending some time alone, just really exploring the depths of who you are. I feel like this is transformational energy. Like you're meant to really bring something. Whew. I wish I could get more of a message of what that is, but it's going to be different for each of you. Not all of you will come from this Mintakan community, but you are definitely a child of the stars. You're definitely not of this world. And then you have Six of Wands. This also came out in group 2, so you may have been drawn to that. And look, the Sword of Truth, Ace of Swords underneath the bottom of the deck again for you. Ooh, there is some major truth that you are meant to accept within yourself, find within yourself, and you're meant to use your voice, because the swords are also about using your voice, using your mind even, to spread that message with the world. And that message will bring so much enlightenment to yourself and to the people around you, to this planet. And you're meant to be victorious. You're meant to achieve victory. You might even gain some recognition in this area. This could be a field of study. Ooh, I didn't even notice this feather, a quill here. You might be drawn to write a book, blog about it. I don't know. But you're meant to get this, communicate this message out to the world. And this will help bring the world more into balance, to share some sort of message of unconditional love and potential that you see for the world, for the human race, whatever it is. But you're meant to succeed within this lifetime. Like, you may have come against some challenges, like this person here mean mugging you. You may come up against some naysayers, some challengers. But no challenge will be designed to keep you down, to hold you down from accomplishing your mission. Transform your life on earth. Make this world a better place for yourself and for the rest of us. Maybe blog, write a book if you are so drawn to do so. Communicate in some way, because you're definitely being called to communicate in some way and to honor this agreement that you made before you incarnated on this world. And that agreement has to do with spreading some sort of message of unconditional love. So you're meant to learn to dive deep into your subconscious and turning the things that you maybe see as impossible, making them possible. All right, group 3. I hope this resonates with you and makes sense, because it really was out there. If this video resonated with you, please leave me an earth emoji in the comment section. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you would like a personal reading or a personalized coaching session, feel free to email me at the email listed in the description box below. Thank you for being here and sharing your energy with me, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Goodbye. Hello, group 4. These will be your messages of what you are meant to learn/achieve within this lifetime. I've already pulled some oracle cards, which we'll get into in a minute, and then also we'll finish off with some tarot cards. What is this crystal? This crystal is Hiddenite. So for me, whenever I see this card, it makes me think of the ocean, of emotions, maybe even mermaids. You might be attracted to mermaids. You might like to swim or just spend lots of time in the water. But I'm feeling like this part of what you're meant to learn over this lifetime has to do with your emotions. Maybe it has to do with balancing them out, taming those emotions, balancing that fire and ice, the fire and water, to uncover the things that are hidden deep within the depths of you. But let's see what the card has to say. All right, it says, who needs it? French existentialists, future trippers, bad romantics. When to use it? When you find yourself stuck in the past or too focused on the future. Hidden Knight is down to make the most of every moment. If you're in a rut, call on Hidden Knight to help you love your way out of it. Claim your happy, or claim your happy place. Once again, getting to the depths of yourself. Over this lifetime, you're being called to learn and to achieve getting yourself out of the rut, not allowing yourself to get stuck in a rut for too long. You're meant to achieve happiness. You may have some strong feelings, some strong emotions about things that have happened in your past, about things that might happen in the future. Your mission is to learn to let those waves of emotion, I feel, subside in order to stay happy. You might feel like you have like a bit of a cloud always following you around, or like even when things happy, it's like you're not able to stay happy for too long because there's these hidden forces, these past forces, whatever it is, that keep just pulling you down. You're meant to bring yourself to the surface, like a lotus flower. That might actually be a flower that you're really drawn to. Lotuses grow in the mud, and then they have to push their way up to the surface to achieve the light. That's what you're meant to learn how to do over this lifetime. And you may have had many experiences that keep testing this. And that is because you're meant to learn that balance that I was speaking about, of that fire and water. You're meant to learn how to stay balanced, to where when things come up, yeah, they might make you feel something, but they don't keep you stuck there. Like you're able to brush it off quicker and easier every single time. Let's see what your oracle cards have to say. You have bittersweet, more of that blue. Wisdom. You have the throat chakra and the heart chakra. You have spaceship 43. Look, mermaids. Don't be afraid to sing. Then you have gray, card 37. And you received more cards than any other pile, by the way. And then you have stimulation 18 with Aries energy. And you have jump in Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. Okay, group 4. Exactly what I said in the beginning is still what applies after all of these cards came out. You have had some painful things of the past, some very emotional things of the past, and things that may even come for you in the future that have taken you out of your happy place. Maybe some bittersweet things. Oh, like I was saying, yes, even when happy things are happening, it's like it's hard to fully stay happy in the moment because there's something else, something painful, something low vibe that keeps pulling at you. This could be like having a birthday and having a friend or two, maybe even just one friend to celebrate that birthday with, but at the same time you're thinking about how You wished your family was there if you're estranged from your family, or you wished you had more friends to celebrate your birthday and care about your birthday, whatever it is. Like just these bittersweet moments where you're not fully able to be happy and enjoy what's happening because you're focused on what is missing. And over this lifetime, you're meant to learn this wisdom that nothing is missing. If there are people that you wish were there to partake in some part of your life, or people that you wish were there to speak to who aren't, it's because they were not meant to be there. They were not going to help you on your path. They probably, I just heard the word narcissists. You know, you maybe could have dealt with some narcissistic parents or friends, relationships, family members, whoever, who, let's say it was your birthday, they would have made it all about them and you still would not have been able to enjoy it. Once again, this is a general reading. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest for someone else. Either way, the message is still the same, and apply it to your life as it fits. I feel like also if you've lost someone because they've passed away, you're meant to learn to gain knowledge from these experiences. Maybe, you know, the wisdom that, like they say, to love and lost is better than not loving at all. Like, at least you got to experience that love. You know, grieving someone is an opportunity to appreciate the love that they brought into your life. You know, you're meant to learn lessons from these painful experiences and take them with you into the future to help you create a happy life for yourself. Don't be afraid to sing. You're meant to learn in this lifetime to be yourself, to speak up for yourself, to, once again, find that happiness. Allow yourself to sing, even when things seem bleak and dark, like around these mermaids right here. You might sort of live in fantasy type worlds because your own reality, you may feel, is too bleak. Like there's no happiness there, but there is happiness there, and you're meant to learn how to find that happiness. Oh, I didn't even realize endings are inevitable. That's the wisdom. That's what you're meant to learn over this lifetime. Oh, group 4. Over this lifetime, you're meant to learn to let go. Let go and flow. That's why I felt the mermaids and the water energy here. That's why we have the mermaids here. Why we have her sitting on a dock. Why this person is jumping into water here. You're meant to learn how to feel your feelings, but also let go and balance them out so that you can be happy. Endings are inevitable. That's part of the wisdom that you're meant to learn. Everything comes to an end. The good, the bad, life. It all comes to an end. So be happy in this moment. If you spend your life worrying about the things that will end, being afraid that the good times will end, you'll spend your life, you'll waste your life not having enjoyed any moment of it. You could have been a child who came from some traumatic situations where You had to learn how to anticipate things and other people's feelings around you. So back to that narcissist. Like if you had narcissistic parents, you had to learn how to anticipate their moods. Anticipate, well, if they're doing this, then this is going to lead to this. So, you had to be ready to take the brunt of whatever low vibes were going to come your way, or you had to be ready to go in and like pacify them, so to speak, so that like it wouldn't be so volatile. Once again, this doesn't have to resonate with your life, but I do feel as though there's some people watching this where this will resonate. Those energies, if that was your childhood, it put you into this place of never fully being able to enjoy the moment. Let's say it was a birthday party. Once again, where this narcissistic parent or just very emotionally unintelligent parent maybe was giving you a birthday party, but you always had to like be on the edge, be on the lookout for that next thing to happen because you knew it was going to happen. Or it could have been an abusive relationship as you were a teenager or got older. An abusive job situation, toxic job situation. Apply it to your situation as it fits. Whatever it was, these situations taught you to not be in the moment. It taught you to always be on the lookout for the next bad thing that was going to happen so that you could prepare yourself. So you could be ready for fight or flight. You could be ready to run or, fight it. As you go through life, you're meant to learn to overcome those energies and allow yourself to be present and fully engaged, enjoying the moments. To not let these things of the past that have attached themselves to you. First off, I feel like you're meant to learn how to clear your energy, clear these things from your past, clear the smoke. Both of these cards seem to have smoke in them. Clear that out of your energy. You might be interested in doing some cord cutting, working with sage, Palo Santo, crystals even. Maybe even going to therapy just to get it out, just to speak it out loud. I mean, that's a form of being able to release it, right? You're meant to learn how to clear this stuff away so that you can be happy, right? When we're walking around singing and in the moment, that is because we are fully happy. You might be someone who enjoys singing, but have found yourself not singing as often as you used to. This ship up here in this card, it always makes me think of Peter Pan. Peter Pan has to do about the boy who never wanted to grow up. I feel as though it's opposite for you. Like you were someone who had to probably grow up way quicker than you should have. Or you had even if these things didn't happen to you in childhood, they happened to you, in your past, which would have been younger than you are now, right? They still took away that innocence from you. Your innocence was taken at some point in your life. It could be a small situation or a very big, traumatic, abusive situation. It's going to be different for all of you, but it still affects us the same. I feel like part of what you're meant to learn is that you are no longer that person. You're no longer in that situation. It's okay to let things go. It's okay to let endings come into place. It's okay to say yes to change, to say yes to living life differently, to say yes to enjoying life, to enjoying the people, no matter how few of people they may be. It's okay to enjoy that, because those monsters from the past, those dragons from the past, they are in the past. And it's okay to leave them there. As I was saying in the beginning, I feel like you're called to balance that fire and that water. Here we have this fire. We have Aries energy right here. You might be an Aries. You might have Aries placements in your chart. Let's read that card. Stimulation. You're meant to stimulate yourself to get back to this happy place. Stimulation. Fresh ideas and situations are presented, and there are moments that can see you and your ideas take center stage. You will need to take full responsibility and step up to the challenge in order to gain a positive outcome or success. Yes. Take full responsibility of yourself and your life. That's what you're meant to accomplish over this lifetime. You may have been drawn to group 3. I feel like there might be some victim mentality going on for you. Not that you're making yourself a victim, but that you were placed into a situation of being a victim, and now it's hard for you to move past it. It's hard for you to break free from being a victim to being a thriver. But within this lifetime, you're meant to gain a positive outcome. Chile asks you to work on your passions in life and make sure they are truly yours. That you are not simply what you think others want to hear. Sing your song, 100%. Something in your past taught you that it was not okay to be yourself. It was not okay for you to do the things that you wanted to do for yourself, like having narcissistic parents. There's no way, or being in an abusive relationship, there's no way that you could be you, because you always had to pacify someone else in order to keep from being hurt. And this taught you to maybe be a chameleon. You might feel like you don't know what your interests are. You might feel like you show a different face to the different people in your life because you just blend in and chameleon yourself. I don't even know if that's a word. Chameleon yourself to fit in with who you're around. Like, let's say you still have contact with this narcissistic person or abusive person from your past. You might find yourself being quieter, not singing because your singing bothers them. Just using that as an example. Not speaking up as much because you know that's going to set them off. Whatever it is, you're meant to dive to the depths of who you are. Discover who you are, what your passions are, and to follow those passions, letting go of the people, habits, situations that have been hindering you. And once again, this doesn't have to be that you came from an abusive past. This could be that you just lost someone that you really loved and cared about and who was your rock, and you just never grew past it. You never accepted it. Wherever it is that you've been stuck, you're meant to grow past it this lifetime. You're meant to follow your passions. You could be interested in writing, blogging. There could be things that you wanted to do with your life that you've been too afraid to say yes to, that you've been afraid to embark upon because of fear of failure, because of maybe not having support from other people, because you might tell yourself, well, who am I to do this? You're meant to embrace that adventure, because that adventure is really where the happy times, where those happy memories will be created. Once again, don't be afraid to sing in the writing or blogging. You're meant to communicate something, whether that's, I'm feeling like this is more of a communicate something with yourself. It might also have to do with communicating with others to help them find their happy place. But that's going to be different for all of you. There's some sort of emotional, spiritual growth and development that you're meant to learn within this lifetime. And that leads you to finding your ultimate happiness. All right, your cards are Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. In this lifetime, what you are meant to learn and achieve. Once again, that balance, like I was saying, balance of your emotions, balance of what's happened in the past, learning from it, growing from it, and moving on to still find that happiness in the future. Balance of finding your passions, finding who you are, and not making yourself fit to be more palatable for other people around you. Living your truth, being authentic to yourself. Working with that wisdom, that spiritual knowledge, that emotional intelligence that you have gained in order to bring this balance into your life. And once you do that, then you're able to come to this place of healing and being able to rest and finally live in the present moment, being happy in this present moment, not worrying that the other shoe is going to drop, not having to worry that someone is going to hurt you. Because once you get to this place of healing, you get that full package. Like, that's what you're meant to accomplish within this lifetime. That's what you're meant to achieve, is that full package, that happiness, that ultimate happiness. Oh, I love this for you. This could be financial abundance. This could be, excuse me, I'm talking a lot. This could be that family of your own, you know, where you could be someone who tells yourself that you never want to have children. A lot of times when people say that, that's just because they had terrible childhoods themselves and they're afraid of messing their future children up. But if you learn the lessons from what happened, you won't make those same mistakes. So, a little bit off topic, but anyway, this could be that family life, that 2.5 kids and the white picket fence. It could be the money, it could be the friendships, the relationships, it could be the adventures that you get to go on. You're meant to experience the ultimate happiness within this lifetime, whatever that ultimate happiness looks like for you. But you first have to discover what that is for you. And then find the balance and work with the universe to make it happen. Don't be afraid to sing your song. Don't be afraid to live the life of your dreams, allowing relationships that are no longer serving you to fall away, even if that means walking away from a narcissistic parent, walking away from an abusive relationships or friendships that don't pour into your cup the way that you pour into theirs, walking away from jobs that ask way too much of you. Whatever it is, This lifetime, you're meant to learn how to walk away from things that are not serving you and to walk towards your ultimate fulfillment and happiness. So group 4, these have been your messages of what you are meant to learn/achieve. Oh, before I even get into it, look, bottom of the deck energy is the 8 of Cups. That's walking away. I didn't even see that before. That's walking away from things that are not fulfilling you emotionally and walking towards the things that will fulfill you, that ultimate happiness. All right. If this resonated with you, please, I don't know, leave me a dove emoji down in the comment section to claim this for yourself and to let us know that this is the pile that you chose. If you would like a personalized reading or personalized coaching session, you can find my email in the description box below. Thank you for being here and sharing your energy with me, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye. All right. Hello, group 5. If you chose this Moonstone card, these will be your messages of what you are meant to learn/achieve in this lifetime. You have Moonstone. Who needs it? All you earth goddesses out there and the people you keep around who need to work on their empathy, patience, and intuition. When to use it? Under a new moon, use it to set intentions that align with your purest, life-affirming, inner child nurturing calling. Under a full moon, Moonstone belongs in the bedroom or wherever you get down. Find your natural rhythm. Okay, sorry if this is a little too much vulgarity for you, but right away when I read that last part, Moonstone belongs in the bedroom or wherever you get down, find your natural rhythm, it made me think of the rhythm method. If you are not, I feel like the message there is if you are not trying to get pregnant right now, really be careful, okay? Because in your lifetime, you might experience some sort of unplanned pregnancy. Not to say that you won't be happy about it, but that you just may experience it, okay? But what are you meant to learn and achieve this lifetime is you're meant to find your natural rhythm, the way that you move in the world, the way that you make things work for you. I feel that you are someone who's meant to learn how to work with the moon. You might be drawn to astrology and just spirituality in general. You may just have a wide range of interests. But I feel like you're someone who's called to work with the energies of the universe. You might consider yourself a witch or be interested in spells and things like that. Wiccan, paganism. I'm feeling as though, too, you may be someone who's come from a more religious background or just you grew up in a religion, and it might be difficult for you to find sort of find where you belong within that religion and how to combine it and marry it with your natural inclination, which is that of a witch, that of a spiritualist. I feel like you're really being called to pay attention to the cycles of the moon, and if you are someone who has ovaries or a uterus or was born with those things, pay attention to your own natural cycles. Interesting. Okay. Your oracle cards are mysticism with the crown chakra, joy with the solar plexus chakra, Release your guilt, card 21. Emotions, card 4. With Cancer energy and breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Yeah, exactly why you're meant to find your own rhythm. Find your natural rhythm. Okay, group 5. You may be people who micromanage things. You might try to control everything around you because otherwise you feel out of control. You may have come from past situations where there is so much tumultuousness. There is so much just always going wrong around you, and you just felt so out of control. So now you try to control every little thing. You try to have everything planned out, even down to controlling how other people see you, maybe. Even like changing, you might have been drawn to group 4, but being like a chameleon of sorts, changing yourself around certain people because you want them to view you in a certain way. Once again, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. This could have been patterns that you learned early on in life, was how to manipulate situations. I hate saying manipulate because that sounds like there's malintent, but it wasn't that. It was like you had to learn how to, for self-preservation. Like you maybe had to learn how to speak to a parent a certain way or act a certain way around a parent, or else like they would explode or just be so unreasonable or abusive. It could be the same thing, not just with parents, but like past relationships. Or you could have just had a childhood where there was just so much chaos that as you grew up, you were like, I'm not letting this shit happen ever again. Like I'm gonna control everything that I can because I don't want to be placed back into this energy again. I don't want to ever know what it's like to not know where my next meal is coming from. I don't ever want to know if don't ever want to have to worry if I'm not going to have a safe and warm place to lay my head, or I don't know, there's just something there. These situations may not resonate with you entirely, but the energy of it is still the same. So apply it to your life as it fits, okay? Whatever happened, you were not able to find your own natural rhythm in life. You were not able to learn to go with the flow of life because it placed you like into this survival mode, so to speak. You were not able to perhaps be yourself because you always had to coddle other people and their lack of emotional intelligence, so to speak. There was with your purest life affirming inner child nurturing calling. I don't know, it's just getting the chills as I say this. It's, you will know what it is. That's all I can say, is you will know what the situation was or situations were, okay? Whatever it was, it put you into this energy of feeling the need to micromanage everything, to try to control everything around you because you just felt so out of control for so long. Like you had to go along with this parent because you were the child. You had no other choice. You had to go along with these friends or this relationship because otherwise you would have been left alone and had no support or protection. Whatever it was, it put you into this energy. And this lifetime, you're meant to learn how to find yourself, how to go with the flow, how to not let everything bad or that can be perceived as negative derail you and put you back into this survival or fight or flight mode. You're meant to learn how to get out of survival, how to trust the universe, trust in the unknown, trust that there is a purpose to everything, trust that you have a calling, trust that the universe is there, trust in a power greater than yourself even. And if you're someone who came from a religious upbringing, it's like you have to learn to trust in what you believe that greater power is. It might not fit the mold that you were taught growing up. Over this lifetime, you're meant to learn that being yourself, trusting in your higher power, you're meant to learn to find your joy. And you really can't be joyful and happy if you're not living for yourself. I feel that there's a lot of guilt surrounding situations from the past. And I feel like it's not even things that you should be feeling guilty about. It's like things that like other people should be feeling guilty about. Or this could also have to do with releasing guilt of going away from the familial traditional religion, so to speak. Ooh, this could even be releasing guilt about things that you had to do in order to survive in your past. Part of what you're meant to learn and achieve over this lifetime is to connect with your emotions. I feel like you've learned to disassociate, learn to, like you've maybe been a bit numb, just learning to disassociate from things, disassociate from your own emotions because you had to in order to survive, in order to maybe do some things in order to survive. You're meant to overcome them and find your joy, find your happiness, learning to flow with the universe, learning to trust and have faith in the universe. Because there may have been some hard things that happened in your past that broke your faith that happiness was out there, broke your faith that you could find people who actually loved you unconditionally, or people who would actually be there for you in the future. The emotion card says, any uncertainties that have been hanging around should begin to fall away soon. You're meant to learn to release uncertainties. A commitment and even perhaps a major life decision will come up, and you are advised to take hold of your emotions before you determine the right path for you. Right. You have been in survival mode or were in survival mode, and you made decisions based on being in survival mode, and they were not always the best decisions. You're meant to learn to come up out of that energy now. It could be time to take a new step forward. That's what you're being called to do. That's that finding your own natural rhythm, taking a new step forward, finding balance with this 4 here, finding balance within your emotions so that you don't feel the need to have to micromanage your life and everyone's life around you, micromanage, control every little thing in your life for fear that it's going to set you back, for fear that it's going to hurt you or derail you. I feel like you might be someone who's had a lot of plans for themselves, tried to make a lot of things happen, and they have not gone according to your plan. And that happens because the universe is trying to tell you that you can't control things. You have to just flow with it. You have to work with what is being presented to you, and not in an unhealthy way with that survival mode. Your plans get derailed because the universe is trying to teach you to have faith in the universe. That just because something doesn't happen exactly as you think it should happen doesn't mean it won't. To still trust the process. That even though past situations in your life maybe have taught you that you cannot trust the process, they really were trying to teach you that you can, because like the cliche goes, you have survived every obstacle up until this point. Even if you dealt with food and insecurities as a child, even if you dealt with homelessness, even if you dealt with abusive parents or abusive relationships in general, you have survived. All the decisions that you made, all the ways that you tried to micromanage the universe, they still didn't go exactly as you wanted them to, and you still survived. So have faith in a higher power. Have faith that what you seek is also seeking you. Overcome the guilt, the shame from any past situations, because I feel like, yep, your first tarot card's out. Mother of Cups, Four of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. It's time to release those burdens. Tap into those emotions. Tap into your intuition. I feel like you have this deep inner knowing that you're meant to accomplish something, experience something within this lifetime. And you keep trying to micromanage it to get yourself to that point. But the universe is trying to show you that no, because of the past, because of this guilt, the shame, you have been blocked from your connection to the divine, which you are meant to be connected. You are connected. It's like you've learned to not trust yourself, not trust your intuition because of things from the past. And so now you just try to control everything, which is the opposite of connecting into that intuition. You're trying to control things out of survival, but that's just not how it works. Until you release these burdens, until you release the walls that you've built up around yourself, it's going to be hard for you to rest and find joy, to be at peace. But because this is what you're meant to learn over this lifetime, is how to heal, rest, find joy and peace. Once you do find those things, once you do allow yourself to tap into those emotions and find that part of yourself, you're going to get into a natural rhythm. And the things that you seek, the things that you're wanting to experience, that you're wanting to create for yourself, it's like it's just going to fall into place, just like dominoes. That is what you're meant to experience. Your last card out is the Three of Pentacles. Work with the universe. Work with others even. I feel like maybe at some point in life you've learned to not trust others. Mostly I'm feeling like the threes. Oh, you have a 3 here. The 21 reduces to a 3. Mind, body, spirit. You're meant to bring all of those things into unison. Whatever has happened in your past, it threw your mind out of whack. It threw potentially even your body, your nervous system out of whack. You could be someone who deals with like anxiety, depression, OCD, addictions, ADD, PTSD, CPTSD. The past threw your system out of whack. And over this lifetime, you're meant to learn how to get back into natural rhythm with yourself, how to calm your nervous system, how to bring yourself back to center. Because, yes, how to bring yourself back to center. And once you do that, you will be able to step into this energy of the Queen of Cups, this Mother of Cups, fully in tune with yourself, fully in tune with the universe. And then once you're there, you will then be able to follow that intuition and guide you to your ultimate happiness. You're meant to experience joy in this lifetime. You're meant to experience prosperity and success in the things that you seek. But you're not going to get there until your emotions are in alignment, until you are in alignment. Work with the moon cycles. Work with water energy. I'm really feeling for you. Dive deep into your emotions. Maybe speak to a therapist or counselor. Join a support group even. Of just letting those emotions out. I feel like you've learned to stuff down your emotions and not really allow yourself to feel them. You have to feel them in order to heal them, in order to release them. But in this lifetime, you're meant to do all of those things. And when you do, you will experience more joy in your life. You will experience some miraculous events happening in your life. Things that will make you believe again, that will strengthen your faith and belief in a power greater than yourself, in the unknown. I hope that resonated with you, Group 5. So, if this did resonate with you, please leave me a sunflower in the comment section just to let us know that this was your group. If you would like a private reading or personalized coaching session to help you overcome any of this guilt and shame and move on to find your joy, feel free to find my email listed in the description box below. Thank you for being here and sharing your energy with me, and I will see you again very soon. Goodbye.